Hey guys, welcome to Keys Moths. In this episode, we are in and we're going to put out some bucket light traps. I got 3 of them. So what we're going to do is we're putting these out and we're going to talk a little bit about placement of the traps, and we're going to show you what the results are in the morning. We'll come back and check these out tomorrow. This is a 20-watt black light bulb. I got it hooked up to a battery. The battery is small, so I can easier to carry. It lasts almost until daybreak, so it's a pretty good deal. This is the 20-watt bulb. The other 2 traps I have are actually 15-watt, and they last all night on the same battery. So, guys, we're going to basically what we're doing is I've got 3 of these traps. There's a dirt trail that cuts through the hammock. And what I'm doing is I'm putting them off to the side so that they don't get run over if somebody were to open the gate and come through and drive through. But they're exposed enough where moths that use this as a natural flight path are going to be able to see them. So we're gonna set the traps up and let's get to business. All right, guys, light trap placement 101. Lots of mosquitoes, lots of no-see-ums. There's plenty of bugs going on here, y'all. Bingo. So we got our trap full of ethyl hooked up to the battery. I love this one's on the photocell. When it gets dark, you know, the photocell turns the light on. We have it in the open, but kind of off to the side a little bit. Moths will be able to see it, but it's got a little cover. So here we go, guys. Okay, guys, trap number 1. I don't know how many moths are in the trap, but if you like beetles, this is the place for you, man. Look at all these beetles. All right, so, oh man. I'm afraid when I move it, they're all gonna fall into the funnel and be crawling around. Wow, look at them all. It's the last thing I want, is to be dealing with a million beetles. You always look on the sides of your trap because there's always moths sitting on the sides. Every once in a while you'll see something good. Okay, so, yep, it still has juice, so photocell does its job, huh? Saves the battery. Okay, so I'm gonna pull the battery off. Now, we're gonna see how our little sponge wicks do. We wanna see what the insides of the trap look like. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna carefully take the springs off. Oh, no. I don't want those all falling in the trap. There they go. Oh, it's nasty. Whew. It's the beetle exodus right now, guys. It is the beetle exodus. All right, we got an epidromia here on the side of the trap. But now, the moment of truth, guys. What does the inside of the trap look like? Did the ethyl do its job? And the answer is, it looks like it did. There's some of these beetles walking around inside of here, but I have a feeling that is actually because of when I just disturbed the trap, they fell in. Oops. So I'm gonna pull these guys out. Okay, well there's a few good bugs in here, guys. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the traps back to the bunkhouse and we'll go through them in detail over there in the comfort of no-see-ums. That's the plan. All right, trap number 2 is not on a photocell, but as you can see, even the one that's not on the photocell, the battery lasted through the night with the 15 watt. Got a little Bernessia furva here on the side, little flannel moth on the side, rotundata, I think that's called. Okay, anybody else? Somebody here on the Heterocampa zyace. Female. Use her for eggs. See if I can get eggs from my zyace here. It was attracted to the light, never made it in. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna see if I can get eggs from her, because that would be cool. Still never raised that bug. I've gotten eggs from it a few times, but nobody knows what the host plant is. So I'm trying a few host plants here, and so far nothing's stuck. We'll see if we can figure it out. All right, guys, that's why it's always good to look on the sides. Sorry, I'm starting to lose my voice. Always look on the sides of the traps. Look, here's another zyace. That's a male on this little tree here. The bugs are all over. Wow. But a little zyace male, Heterocampa. Are you showing me what your host plant is? Okay, anybody else on there? No. Let's see. Anybody come to land over here? Oh yeah, there's a little Peralid. Let's see. White Peralid. I have beetles crawling up my shirt right now. If I didn't know what they were, it'd be kind of disturbing. All right, here's another. This is a geometrid here. Yeah, so there's bugs hanging out on this tree here. Always look around, see what else we can see. All right, now the fun part. I want to get in here, beetle love. All right, I got to get in here and try not to disturb. Oh, there they go. They're falling off. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. As soon as you disturb the thing, they all fall. And they fall right into the can. So instead of having a can full of dead bugs, you have a can full of buzzing little monsters. But anyway, we'll let them... Come on, get out of here. Get off my lights. Yeah. Okay, one of the things I wanted to look at is just how much ethyl acetate evaporated. Good news, because of how expensive ethyl is, it looks like, well, we probably got a little bit more than half a can evaporated. Maybe, yeah, we still got 2/3 in there. So that's good. That means, you know, I'm not blowing through the stuff like crazy. If it's more windy, if it is more windy, the ethyl acetate will go faster. And if it's warmer, it goes faster. It's pretty warm. So always save your extra ethyl and waste not, want not, right guys? Okay, so here's the difference with this one. This is our 20 watt bulb. No photocell on this ballast. And as you can see, it's off. It was on last night when I went to the cabin to get some sleep at 11:30 or so. I don't know when it went off. It was off when I drove in this morning around 5:45 in the morning. So it did not last through the night. You know, I don't know when it went off. So I might have to just get a bigger battery for this one. But it doesn't have all those annoying beetles on the side of the panes here. So I'm just going to unclip these. I got to recharge. So these are the batteries we're using here, guys. 20 amp hours. You know, they're not... It's good for the 15 watt bulb. It lasts. It looks like it's perfect. And they're nice and lightweight too. I mean, you can carry this around no problem. The bigger batteries that I used to use, they were a real pain. They're heavy, you know. So I just might have to use one of the heavier ones for the 20 watt because it doesn't seem like it's getting it through the night. So let's see if there's any goodies in here for us today. Oh yeah. This is actually probably our better trap of the three. Let's see. Plenty of ethyl in the cans. If you like cicadas, we got plenty of those. Yeah, there's not a whole lot, guys, but there's more moths in this trap than there was in the other two. So, like the others, we're going to take it back to the bunkhouse and we'll sift through it and see what kind of goodies are in here. All right, time to check our traps here, guys. I use a lunch tray. It makes things easier. You'll see what I mean in a minute. All right, so first step. All right, so now what I'm going to do, I'm actually just going to go through and pick out the moths. So first thing, we see the Carter Sphinx, Protambulus, or Strigillus rather. Looks like we've got a number of these Heterocampa Zyaci. So it looks like we got 5 or 6 of them, no more than that. It's all males. Male Zyacis. I'll stick them in this cup here. We'll put them in envelopes later. Now, in the keys, we have a few of these Epidromia species. And this one, I believe, is Rotundata. And it's a very common moth down here in the keys. They are kind of variable. And we have a second species here. Let me see, I'm not sure what that is. Oop, I'm gonna let him fly. Now we got a few Groat Sphinx. So we got a second Sphingid species. The smallest Sphinx, I believe, in North America. Tiny little guy. Got a couple of those. And then the pickings get a little slim for the moths. Let's see what else we have here. Not sure. This one here is a Girva. This is a carpenter worm moth. And then, of course, we've got plenty of flannel moths. Those things are always present. All right, now this one, this is actually a parallid that I've only seen on Big Pine Key and No Name Key. Never seen it in Key Largo. So whatever this is a lower keys species. And you know what, you would expect to find some species that are a little bit unique down here because the plant life is unique. So that's kind of cool when you get unique stuff. So we'll definitely send him up to the university. We got what looks like a couple deltoids. Got a few other parallids. We got some of these Bernesia furva. Got a few of those. They're a little on the worn side. And let's see, some big katydids. Now, we do have a cool longhorn beetle. What I'm going to do with all the insects, I'm going to put the insects in a cup here, and we'll save them for, make sure that somebody who does there's a bostricid of some sort, pretty big one. Somebody that does beetles and stuff can have a look at these and give me identifications on them. Like a true bug, like a helmet bug almost. And that's it. And I'm really not interested in the cicadas. I'm sorry, katydids. Next step, we got to sift through the bottom of the bucket. Now, this is always the interesting part because it's a lot of dead little bugs, and you got to be real careful because there's almost always a few little gems inside of this, so you got to kind of look through it carefully. I actually go through it section by section to make sure I don't miss anything. All right, there's a moth. Forget what it's called. It's got like a little like a ruby colored patch on the forewing there. It's pretty cool. Oh yeah, it's a fresh one. See the bright red, ruby red spot on its forewing there? That's pretty cool. Not a whole lot else, guys, on this trap. There's another species of parallid. All right, trap 2. Trap 2. Not too much happening here, boys and girls. Okay, couple things. We have a Pluto Sphinx, nice fresh one, which is pretty cool. Where I saw some things. This is a forget what they're called. Yeah. Here's another Epidromia. These Bernesia furva, they're kind of cool. They have they're variable, and some of the forewings have these little silver spots on them. So pretty neat to get the variation going there. More Zyassi. Yeah, there's not a whole lot else. Like a Mocus. Yes, that's pretty much it for the diversity there. Oh wait, let me see. Before I say that, let me get a few. Actually, there's some neat cassid flies. We'll put that there. We've got some kind of a bug, a true bug insect. We've got like an ichneumon wasp. Looks like we got a cerambycid beetle. These weird roaches. Ew. But we'll keep a few of those guys. All right, now let's dump the bottom contents. See if anybody else shows up. Okay. It's a big, ugly mess. Looks like the ethyl acetate leaked. That's what happened. Okay, here's another different one. Looks like we got a couple of these. These are sea grape feeders. It's a parallid moth. That's a sea grape feeder. That's cool. We've got what looks like a geometrid of some sort. Cool cerambycid longhorn. Another cerambycid. Forget that thing's name. Yeah, it looks like that's about it. I don't see anything too exciting. If I see something exciting, I'll show you guys. There, found another cool one. Pseudocarus minimus, little arctiid wasp moth that looks like a wasp. Look at that cool sucker, man. Tell me you wouldn't think that was a wasp if it was flying. That is a moth. That's an arctiid moth. Lives in South Florida. It's pretty cool. Okay, guys, final trap, number 3. We've got a little epidromia here chilling on the side. Peace out, dude. All right, let's see. Oops, forgot to unclip those. Now, click beetles. Okay, so this trap here seemed like it had some issues. A lot of these critters are still alive, which is not good. But as the click beetles click, a couple things. There's a really, really worn out Elosphinx. But this is probably the moth of the trip so far here, guys. This is a big noctuid moth that we get down here in the lower Keys. I've seen them a few times in Key Largo, but they most commonly show up in No Name Key. It's actually quite a large noctuid species, and so that's probably the moth of the trip. You don't get them very often, but when we do, we like it. So these guys are still alive. This one here is a poisonwood feeder. Forget its name. Got a couple of them. All right. All right, guys, this is what happens when your ethyl acetate doesn't work properly. The bottom of this thing here has some moths in it. Actually has quite a few moths in it, but the beetles aren't dead. So for whatever reason, the ethyl acetate was not able to give the knockdown power in this container. Maybe the lid wasn't sealed and the gas was escaping or something like that. But that's not good because they destroy the moths. There's probably almost nothing in here that is worth saving, unfortunately. There's a lot of bugs, but I'm gonna check them out and see what else we can see. See what's in there, but that's a problem.